Oh, shots fired. I disagree.
Oh wait, I have the wrong overlay.
I have no overlay.
That's alright. Anyway, let's get into it on Whirlwind, top right-hand position as the red Terran. It is Liquid Taeja, bottom right-hand corner. As the blue Zerg, it is JonSnow. TVZ, as we were saying. Happy Halloween, everybody, for those of you just tuning in. Or Dia de los Muertos. Actually, they don't say that. I apologize.
So
I was looking it up.
This is going to be a very comfortable game for me, because I can just follow your camera. And then, click on a few tabs here and there. I don't even have to move the mouse. I love it. So this is the first game. The winner of this series will play against the winner of Revival versus Select, which is going to be the series after this, which should be, obviously quite a big spectacle. Andre, I'm really excited for it. I can't wait to see if Revival is going to get those 25 points that he so desperately craves. And of course, there's a little bit of money on the line as well. If you win your group, you get $200. If you make it back to Premier, I believe you get $100. But the amount of WCS points is the same, so whether Revival finishes first or second, that doesn't really change anything. We will repeating this information a lot, most likely throughout the entire day, because I can expect a lot of people to tune in and out, and Andre, not everyone spends the same amount of time at StarCraft 2 as we do. And this is some crucial information to get out there. Ain't that right, hater?
That is right, hater.
Stop hating.
I'm #1 non-hater. You know me.
Hey, interesting opening over here by JonSnow as he dropped the extractor into spawning pool and still no hatchery. While we see a command center first on the other side of the map for Taeja. Taeja is playing it safe as he dropped the command center on the high ground. What do you think JonSnow is going to do? Is he going to slow Baneling Bust?
Baneling Bust.
Slow or fast?
I think this is going to be a macro Baneling Bust. Yeah, there's the hatchery that goes down. Normally when you want a Baneling Bust, it'll be 10-10. Like a 10-10-10. 10 pool, 10 gas, 10 overlord. But when you're doing like a 14 pool around there with the gas beforehand, you're trying to get fast spawning pool or fast gas. A lot of times you can punish a lot of Reaper openings as well. But overall, I mean, you just get map coverage, and Taeja gets the luckiest scout ever, man.
Yep. This is a very important scout for Taeja, as with his first SMB scout, he will not only identify where JonSnow spawned, he will also see something's weird. Either you were AFK the first 40 seconds of this game, and that's why your hatchery is this late, or you did something else that Zergs are supposed to do. And normally when we say supposed to do, that's of course, in trend of the meta game, going hatchery first. So Taeja is already like, hashtag not bad. I'm gonna get $200 and then maybe 500 more for beating Revival.
Now, if I'm Taeja in this position, what you just do is just stay in your base.
Yep.
You're gonna wall up, defend against potential Baneling Bust. You already see that he's not continuing to mine, so it's very, very uncommon for him to go Baneling. But normally, you're gonna get a supply depot right now. I think he should not get the supply depot and just go straight for the command center and stay on the high ground. But he's looking to roll the dice a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think you should overreact either, though, because with a scout like that, if you play it very safe, then JonSnow might just be able to catch up with his queens, and he might be able to get a lot of map control. So I can understand that Taeja is not too worried. As you mentioned, he did see the extractor, and he saw there was no more gas being mined. He also saw there was no Baneling nest. So I don't blame it too much what he's doing over here. I don't think it's that risky. What do you think?
Yeah, I guess so. The one thing I'm worried about if I'm Taeja is just that big round of Zerglings that pop out right now. I mean, this was a very, very fast spawning pool, so you can see he has the SEV just in case something like that happens. I like this, but he was over at the third base, and now he's going to see the Zergling pop out here. And this should cue Taeja to put added defenses. You're going to see, yeah, there it is.
Wow, he's throwing down an additional command center as well as spotter as well. Of course, command centers are kind of hard to bust, and they can pay out for you in the long run. Already having a full wall of, I think Taeja is going to be more than fine, and I think JonSnow is feeling us, so that's why we see 7 additional drones on the production tab.
This is a wall strictly defending against a lot of Zergling all-ins. If there was like some sick mind game that went into this, JonSnow could have roach busted, because you can see a very small area where you can actually repair. That would have been super, super sick. JonSnow not looking to do any mind games though. He's playing super safe.
Yeah, he would have had to do something like that quite a while ago. Maybe cancel speed, drop the roach horn immediately, and run across the map. But that's not an option. JonSnow is actually doing quite good economically, though. As you take a look, he's going to be up around 8 drones in a couple of seconds, and he's going to have map control for quite a while, as he already has speed links out on the map. So far, I'd say so good. And Andre, I'm really excited to see JonSnow play in a real game against Taeja. I haven't seen too much of JonSnow in this matchup. What I do know is that he, for instance, was able to defeat Loner 2-0, and also was able to defeat Krios. I believe that's a North American Terran player as well, I think from Canada. So you know, he had some experience in the qualifiers, but ever since he made it to Challenger League, he only played against Puck, and that didn't go too well result-wise, game-wise. The series was excellent.
I think JonSnow is just one of the top North American players, period. I mean, he's one of the players that doesn't have a lot of recognition yet, but I think he definitely deserves it.
I think it's just a matter of time.
And it's not like I'm just filling content like, oh yeah, top NA. Like, I actually think he's the A team of North America.
If you were the captain of Captain America or Team USA, would you select JonSnow?
I would select JonSnow. I would. I think he's good. Oh, Taeja! Losing one of his Hellions in the beginning stages, but nothing of too much value.
Man, JonSnow is going quite crazy on the drone mode. He's going to be up to 56 workers now. Double Evolution Chamber is running as well. We can see Layer Tag is halfway done. I kind of like where this is going. I'm in general not a huge fan of this build from Taeja, by the way, because I feel that it delays everything else quite a bit, you know, by the time that Stim is up and the upgrades and, you know, the first Medavacs are out on the field. I feel that Zerg can be that strong. If Zerg is able to defend the first wave, Terran is kind of stuck in that base, but then again, this is Taeja, so my normal rules probably don't apply. We will see how this unfolds.
Yeah, I think, well, Taeja's build looks really standard, but what is it that you don't like about his build so far?
I think that, like with the third command centers, we see that over and over again at the season finals. We saw it at the WCS Season 3 offline finals as well. Most of the time when the Terrans open 3 command centers super quick, they give up all sorts of map control, and Zerg players just get an insane economy. If they defend one push, then it's kind of like after that, Terrans are completely in the dark and they don't really have any map vision anymore.
It's kind of interesting. I do agree with you. That happens a lot, but for the situation, Taeja right now has the Hellions out in the field. He's done such a good job. Well, okay. So he's done such a good job in not losing most of his Hellions. Great shots here. Holy crap. Oh, this is Liquid Taeja. There you go. 5 Hellions just wrecked like an insane amount of units there.
So far, 33 units have fallen on the side of JonSnow, but fortunately for him, none of them were drones. Other than a scouting drone, so you know, so far not too bad. Spire more than halfway done. First Medavacs are about to enter the field, but you know, by the time they make it away across the map, the Mudas should be out. So, you know, I don't really mind this too much. And this is, by the way, like I think normally he could have already been active with Sim Marines. He could have already been spreading JonSnow thin a little bit, perhaps forcing him to make a few additional units and be a little less greedy. Now, by the time that the first bio units are going to make their way across the map, Mudas are either in production or they're about to spawn.
Yeah, this is really unfortunate.
You should be careful though, because I do agree with what you said before. He lost a lot of Zerglings. He only has 18 Zerglings out on the map. There are 19 Marines on the map as well, with 3 Marauders and 5 Hellions. This first engagement is going to be a little tricky. There are only 5 minutes on the way now. Yeah, this is actually kind of a tricky moment for JonSnow.
Yeah, this is a great position for Taeja to be in. I mean, he's killing all of the very important creep. Right now, I would say Taeja just has a commanding lead based on how much creep exists for JonSnow. Now, the surround is going to be just picked up. It's good to go. Banelink's not able to commit to anything of real value.
Oh, he's losing the Hellions though, so that kind of hurts a little bit. No. Of course, not as big as it would have been in the start of the game, but I don't think he wanted to lose all of them just yet. Now, from this point on, it's going to be a little harder to drop as the Mudas are, you know, one by one entering the field. There are 6 of them on the map right now. There are 2 more on the way. 2 upgrades to halfway done. You know, this is not all too bad for JonSnow. Taking a look at the work count, it's 67 against 67. Nice engagement here in the middle of the map. Might you have to pick up a map?
It's going to run out of energy. There should be units over there. JonSnow just a little bit scared that they're a bird. We don't mind, so he just backs up from there. This is a position for JonSnow, I think, where he might be 2 base all or 3 base all inning. No, he gets his 4th base. The reason why I say that is why get ventral sacks? Normally, you have some sort of big push. Does he have that overlord speed? Does he even have overlords coming over here?
Might be like a big 2-2 bus though.
Yeah.
It's still possible with just a lot of Zerglings, Banelings, a couple of Mudas here and there, and then just a 2-2. This is something that Dimaga used to do a lot back in the days. There are quite a few Widow Mines out on the map already though, and since he's also researching +1 for the Mudas, I don't think that that's his ambition.
Now going over to the 3rd base. No turrets over here, no Widow Mines to dissuade this from happening. A single Marine in the top left-hand corner. A lot of SCVs going down here. Taeja slow to react. Oh my gosh. A total of 8 SCVs died in that engagement. 2-2 just now, or at least +2 attack, just about to finish.
Andre, do you call me crazy if I would have rather seen those 2 reactors being picked off instead of those 7 SCVs?
Yes.
Yeah?
I think these are pretty negligible at this point. Compared to the 8 SCVs? I don't know. Maybe it works out even.
Okay, he has quite a few reactors.
Because he could have canceled it, right? Like,
Yeah, I mean, it's not that they're so expensive. I think it just slows down the production in a crucial
Yeah.
phase of the game where JonSnow just needs to survive a little longer because, you know, he wants to be on that up and running port-based economy. Did the Midas pick up a medevac on the right side of the map?
I'm not sure just yet, because I've been a terrible observer. I'm no out of BC.
No Funkadelic either.
All
A lot of Widow Mines over here. Ooh,
Yeah. Whoa, great connection though. Really botched attack there by JonSnow, unfortunately.
you know, there's still no Fort Command Center on the map either, so I really... Okay, right when I say that, we see the Fort Command Center going down immediately, but this is a push where I do feel that Taeja wants to make something happen, and he kind of has to make something happen. Otherwise, Zerg might snowball a little bit out of control. The Widow Mine connections are reasonable, but not massive. Ooh, a lot of friendly fire there as well.
I actually think I think Taeja is in a great position. I mean, he can actually camp out here. I know a lot of people think that you have to push in from here, but the fact of the matter is, I mean, they don't have creep. They're going to always have engagements off of creep, and you're going to just get more and more Widow Mines. If they're not attacking very fast here, I think this is a perfect position for Taeja to just slowly whittle down the army until you have the game win. I mean, the next round of Widow Mines... Oh, God! Losing at least 3 mutas there. Really, really painful loss. 132 units lost so far. Resources 4,800 to 3,550.
The Baning count is kind of low. He needs to buy a little bit of time to get additional Banings. Spinecrawlers are doing a really good job in buying some time though, and he's hoping to fire or to trigger some more of those Widow Mine shells, but that's not happening yet.
Spinecrawlers are really important in these engagements. They force Terran to bring a large chunk of their army rather than just small little tiny ones, like a Marauder and just 5 Marines.
Wow, there are so many mines there, by the way. There are like 12 or 13 mines.
Yeah, this is too scary. And now, all those shenanigans with the mutas just poking up like this, it's going to be shut down. Oh, big attack coming in here, though. And I don't think JonSnow has enough. I mean, attacking off creep, you need a complete surround. That's the big problem. Marines, Marauders just stemming in here.
There were a lot of mines there in really good positions. You know, all these Marines are still on cards. Here come a lot of those Banings. Those Banings to get the connections. They're looking for... They got pretty good connections, but probably not good enough to keep this hatchery alive, as a nice amount of Marines is still surviving. Thor is here as well in the mix. If he keeps the hatchery alive.
Yeah, the Thor is just going to complicate everything. But now, pushing forward a little bit more. Widow Mines need to burrow ASAP. There they go. Will they get those good connections? It's okay. Clears out a lot of the ground, but streamed in Marines are just going to pave the way for victory in game number 1 over here. Great Baneling hits, though.
Yeah, but look at the map. It's just a river of red streaming across. Reinforcements have arrived once more. There are 8 mutas in production, but he's lost most of them. He only has 5 on the map right now, so even with those additional 8-9 mutas, he's going to go up to 13. He had 24 or 25 before. I felt that first engagement down the ramp, Andre, as you said as well, was perhaps just a little too scary for JonSnow. GG is called, and Taeja will win game number 1. I felt that first moment where he ran down the ramp, that was the game decider. Because there were like 12 mines over there, and none of the Banelings actually killed a few Marines.
That's why you have to get the surround in that position, because if you're attacking off creep, it's really unreasonable to say, let's go ahead, go past my opponents, and then surround them. I mean, it's too much damage that you're taking.